What up, what up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk, a channel where we discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, and talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm going to discuss how being a hustler will make you money. Being a hustler will make you money. Now, I don't mean the illegal way, I mean the legal way of hustling. Perfect example, I just finished a workout, pretty intense workout. It's not really too hot out here right now. As of this recording, it's April of 2023. So it's supposed to be still kind of cool, but Virginia weather is kind of crazy. If anybody is from Virginia, like, it gets kind of crazy around here when it comes to the weather. So I think it's like 80 degrees right now, but it's a little bit of a breeze, so it's not too bad. But I literally just finished doing that workout, and I'm on this video right now, hustling. Now, I haven't made a video in a while. That's on me. You know, I had some stuff going on. Not anything, too serious, too crazy. But I kind of felt like that, I would not be giving out a productive or content that would make any sense or be beneficial to anybody in the state that I was in at the time. So that's why I decided to do a little bit of a hiatus. But that's not going to be for so long, because I understand that, for me to actually get my message across on YouTube, I have to keep posting videos, I have to keep active on the actual app itself. So that's one of the things that that comes with hustling. Hello, and it's a hustle, it's a grind. Coming up here on these videos, pushing this content out, because for one, I know that I am a minority when it comes to YouTube, because most people come on YouTube to consume content, not create content. Now, I do consume a lot of content on YouTube. I'm not going to front on that, But I decided a while back to be a producer on YouTube, because it's like, if I'm going to consume content, I'm able to regurgitate some of that content that I consume and reproduce it in my own twist. And maybe the way I produce the content or distribute the content will appeal to some viewers, because everybody is not for everybody, if that makes any sense. There's gonna be some folks that watch my videos gonna be like, man, I don't care too much about this guy. He talk kind of funny. He has somewhat of a speech impediment, and he talks kind of fast, and sometimes it's hard for him to speak his words and all these other stuff or whatever. So I'm not going to consume his content, right? But there are some folks up here that will consume it, and I appreciate that, because I'm pushing the content out for you guys. I mean, in its own right, it actually is blessing me at the same time. But the main purpose of my channel is to better folks and give them leverage to better themselves, whether it be through finance, through fitness, or by knowing who folks are, right? So anyways, when it comes to hustling, like I said, the legal way, not the illegal way. So like I said, being on this video right now, this is my hustle. This is me hustling to give content out. A lot of folks, their hustle is a second job or doing some type of, side hustle, quote unquote, right, to make extra income. One thing you're gonna learn as you get older, and I'm 45, so I learned this a while back. And hopefully my younger viewers, and even folks that are my age, and even folks that are older than me on this video, will understand what I'm saying when I say this. Having a 9-to-5 will not build you wealth. I'm gonna say that again. Having a 9-to-5 job, meaning a job where you have a W-2 given to you, at the end of the year for you to file taxes, it's not gonna build you wealth. I don't care if you make $20,000 a year or $300,000 a year. It's just not going to work. There are some folks out here that have W-2s that make $300,000 a year. Doctors, lawyers, some IT folks that have special skills. And some folks are making $400,000 a year with a W-2. But unless you have some type of mechanism for you to be able to invest that money to compound and build on itself, you're not going to be able to create wealth off of that job. It's just not going to work. You have to have some type of hustle, some type of grind in you. And, most entrepreneurs have that hustle in them. They're able to get out here and make money out of nothing. I'm just saying, there's so many people out here that, they don't have a W-2, they don't have a 9-to-5, but some kind of way they're able to make money. Some kind of way they're able to come out here and use their skill sets that they already have, or build a skill set for them to make money. There's a guy that I follow named Ryan Pineda, Pineda, Ryan Pineda. I actually tag him a lot of times on my this disclaimer at the bottom of my videos in the description area. And if you read up on him and watch some of his videos, you'll learn very quickly that he's a hustler. This guy wound up flipping couches for a living to make extra money, and actually built wealth to a certain degree off of that hustle, flipping couches. And I don't mean like literally flipping the couch. I mean like, grabbing couches that are old, maybe, going to a flea market or whatever, wherever place he went to get these couches. He refurbished them, and then he resold them for a profit. And he actually made a decent profit off it, according to his videos, right? And then from that point, he scaled, and he went into real estate and some other mechanisms to build wealth, and now he's a multimillionaire. That's a hustle, you know what I'm saying? He had that grind, he had that dog in him. And you just have to have a hustle mentality in order for you to make money, make decent money for yourself. I would encourage anybody out here, especially if you're young, to find some kind of way for you to make money where you don't have to have a boss that gives you money. It comes with a mindset. You have to have the hustler mindset in order for this thing to work. There are a lot of folks out here that have this mindset to where like they have to have a job in order to make money. Now, I'm not going to say and contradict myself, because, at the same time, I have a 9-to-5 job, right? I do make a decent living. But guess what? I do have an LLC currently right now. I have an LLC for one business, and then I also have a side hustle where I'm a sole proprietor, which, I'll explain that in another video. But in any case, it boils down to that I have two businesses that I actually have on the side of my 9-to-5. And my goal is to eventually leave my 9-to-5 and scale those two businesses to where I'm actually able to make money for myself, and not have to depend on somebody to tell me when I can take vacation, when I can take days off, when I have to come to work, if I have to work the weekends, what I'm saying? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with anybody having a 9-to-5, what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you have to look at how America is built. If we don't have 9-to-5 workers, the infrastructure of America will collapse. It just would. Not everybody in America can be an entrepreneur, because if you had that, nobody would work for anybody, So there's a purpose when it comes to folks that have these 9-to-5 jobs. I'm not saying that 9-to-5 jobs are bad. I'm not saying that at all. But there is a certain demographic of people that have this mentality to where they really cringe on doing a 9-to-5. And what I'm saying is those folks that have that type of mentality, because you'll know if you had the mentality, if you have it, because you'll be in 9-to-5, but you're miserable. And I'm not talking about you're miserable because you don't like the job you're at. I'm talking about you're miserable because you have a boss, period. There's some folks out here that are miserable because they don't like the actual job they work at. But if they work the job they wanted to work, they would be happy doing the 9-to-5 job. So I'm not talking about those folks. I'm talking about folks that actually, they have the mentality to where, like, I really, really, really do not want to work for anybody other than myself. And if I do work for somebody else, it's a serious problem. Like, my soul is just not right working for somebody else. I'm speaking of those folks, what I'm saying? Folks that are like that have the mentality. And if you don't have a hustler mentality, it's not going to work, y'all. You need to stay with your 9-to-5 job. I saw a video a while back. There was this, it was an Asian guy. Forget his name now. It was a video, and I think it was a reel that he did as well. And I'm paraphrasing when I say this, but basically what he was trying to convey was being an entrepreneur is extremely hard, and a lot of folks get this thing confused to where, like, I'm just going to go ahead and just, I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm going to be rich overnight because I have this game plan in place, and nothing's going to happen and everything. And he said that, like, entrepreneurship is like one of the most difficult things you can do in your life. It doesn't matter if you have a business model to where it works, as far as like a lot of folks will buy your product, or you have something that's so obscure that you have to, like, coax people to buy your product or use your product. It doesn't matter. Any type of level of entrepreneurship, when you first start off, is extremely hard. It just is. Let's say you become blessed, and when you first build your business, and and things take off like immediately. Very rare, but it may take off immediately, right? Don't think you're not gonna get sued. Don't think you're not gonna have some type of hardship. Most people that are millionaires have had multiple businesses that failed before they actually found something that worked. So being an entrepreneur is not easy, but if you have the hustling mentality, it's going to drive you towards that. I met another guy on vacation to Greece last year. I'm gonna talk about that in another video too, whatever. Saying get out of the country and see the world. But I met this guy when I went to Greece, and this guy said he got fired 6 times within a year before he realized that I just can't keep a job. So he eventually built the business, and now he's I think he's a millionaire at this point. So that's an example of a guy that he just could not work a 9 to 5. It just wasn't in him. And I'm not saying that having a 9 to 5 is not in me, but what I will say is that I definitely have gotten to this point in my life to where because I did so much time in the military, I really don't feel like working for anybody anymore. I just don't. Thank God for a job. I'm definitely blessed when it comes to what kind of skill set that I have that's able to make me money with a 9 to 5. But entrepreneurship is definitely the path that I'm going, and the only way I'm gonna be able to get there is if I have a hustler mentality, being able to get out there and grind and just make it happen. So once again, being a hustler will make you money. That hustler mentality will make you money. So get out there and hustle and get it. All right. Like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all you guys for subscribing to my channel, for liking the video, for pushing the information out there, because I want to definitely keep making these videos to give you leverage to better yourselves. Finance, Fitness, and Folk. Triple F, I'm gone.